season to play, and just the physical and mental thought of that can be draining on young guys.
Most of these players, they'll get that second win. Wouldn't you say they get past that so-called wall?
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do with, okay, what are the guys that have been through this? How are they teaching them? Are they eating well? Are they getting the rest that's necessary? So much of what happens in the NBA is about what are the guys who've done this before doing to help the young guys.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Mayo, the captain, out there with Ingram. Then it's the Prophet, and it's Russell in at the 5.
That's just sheer determination on the offensive glass, beating everyone to the spot for the tip-in.
Nowitzki a screen. To the inside, Ingram with the steal. Here's Russell. Makes it off the glass.
And how about the huge wingspan of Ingram, really causing the opposition a number of problems.
Nowitzki a screen. Barea kicks to Matthews. Shoots a 3. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Hammond's shot is off.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
Boy, if you're going to challenge him in the lane, you better go strong.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
That's good from Mayo. And when having discussions about the Lakers over the years, one word that has rarely been mentioned is rebuild. The franchise is used to championships, not rebuilding.
And another word that they lack is superstar. You're not accustomed to seeing the Lakers without a true superstar on that roster. And they've also always been a top destination for the A-list free agents.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Barnes outside. Stolen. And here we go. Here's Hassel. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. The captain's got his second basket. Now here's Matthews. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Nowitzki outside. Now the pass to Hammonds. The kick out to Barnes. 4 on the clock. Pass to Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing. Mayo, the pass to Hassel. The second effort. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
You know, and until something changes, they have to stick with what's working, and that's pound it into the paint. That's how they built this lead.
The Lakers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Here's Barea. He had 15 points last outing. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Wesley Matthews on the wing. There's the screen. Inside. To end the run. And it's Matthews again missing. Lakers leading by 11. Passes it to Russell. Down low. It's deflected. And stolen by Nowitzki. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. A second chance effort. And that one's good. Hammonds.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
You know, sometimes you just need that first basket to get them off and running. Let's look and see if they get comfortable now.
Now, here is Russell. 20 points for him last game against Indiana. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. On defense, the Mavericks. 9-point game. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Barnes.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Hassel. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Dallas.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Mavericks trail by 9. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Barea. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard.
Mayo, the pass to Hesse. There's the screen. There's Russell with the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, they were just pounded on the inside, particularly on that backboard. That was a huge disadvantage for them.
Rebounding requires boxing out, toughness, and energy. None of that was displayed.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Los Angeles leading by 7. There's the pass to the Prophet. Rejected by Nowitzki.
And Dirk has always been a bit underrated defensively. Superb length to contest and block shots.
That shot is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
I think consistency breeds a higher level of confidence, and their inconsistency at the foul line shook them up just a bit.
Here's Hassel. The Mavericks making the shot. Back to Russell. 5 on the clock. And again, the Lakers no good. Mavericks trail by 5. To the wing on the left. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they ramped up their intensity, forced good things to happen, and now they're right back in it.
He gets it in there.
It's amazing to me how consistently Rick Carlisle gets the best out of his talent. He makes the most of his players' strengths, masks their weaknesses as well as anybody can.
Now here's Matthews. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
The Prophet, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the Mavericks, with Carlisle on the bench, always seem to play to their strengths, their scorer's strength in particular. You think of Monte Ellis, for instance, Doris, when he was there, leading the league in points off the drive.
Well, I think what I like, Kevin, is that he keeps things simple whenever possible. And when he needs to throw in that wrinkle or two, he's terrific at adjustments. We've seen it time and again.
He's perfect from the line this time. Mavericks trail by 7. Barea kicks to Barnes. Shot from 12. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Russell with a wide open look. Gets a very good look and converts. Russell's got his second basket of the game. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Well, so many players can change a game with their physical attributes. And Doris, there are some who can really do it with their vision, with their decision making. Who do you think has stood out in your mind from that basketball IQ perspective?
I think 3 come to mind immediately for me. LeBron James would be at the top of that list. A guy who has shown over the course of his career he can play 5 positions. He is arguably the best, or absolutely in the discussion as the best passer in the league. I think everybody looks at LeBron's frame and thinks simply, he's just a monster. The combination of size and speed, it goes well beyond that. LeBron's IQ is as good as maybe there's ever been. The next guy on that list would be Chris Paul. He's been considered widely the best point guard in the league for a long time. He's the master picking defenses apart with the ball in his hand. And then the other guy is Tony Parker. I know the system that the Spurs have employed is outstanding, but when you think about the engine, the amount of distance required, and all the reads Tony Parker's been forced to make when the ball's in his hands, I think those three guys really jump out at me.
So true. Those three are just outstanding. And let's add two-time MVP Steph Curry as well.
No doubt.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mejri, he's checked in for Nowitzki. Harris comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Darren Williams is subbed in for J.J. Barea. The Lakers also changing it up. Collins checked in for Ingram. And Silks subbed in for O.J. Mayo. Here's Silk. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. That one goes. Count it.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now here's Williams. They trail by 11. Barnes left side to the middle. The second chance effort. The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot.
Good.
One free throw coming his way.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
I mean, easily prevented points if they just attacked the boards the way they should have.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
And for the Mavericks, boy, a lot of pain before they finally broke through with their 2011 NBA championship. You remember 06, right? They were up 2-0 over the Heat. The newspapers already publishing the parade route, and then Miami wins 4 straight.
Here's Cobb. Dolman, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. The first free throw is good. And you talk about the tough years for the Mavs. How about 2007, Doris? A league best 67 wins, and they bow out to the 8th seed Warriors in the first round.
Boy, we remember that well, Kevin. The first ever 1-8 seed upset in a 7-game series. Nowitzki had won the MVP that year and had to accept it after they'd been eliminated. Face the music as the true pro he is, only to get revenge in 2011 and win it all.
Now here's Barnes. He's coming off a 22-point game against Utah.
You know, his rebounding was extremely impressive, too. I mean, he snagged some huge boards out there.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He's been somewhat off this quarter, but the desire to score is evident.
Pass to the Prophet. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Off the screen. The Mavericks pull it in. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And it's a tough game to lose. I mean, they actually put up a pretty solid effort, I thought. But when you're battling for a road win, even when you play hard, nothing's guaranteed.
Interesting that they looked confident going in. But as the game wore on, I thought the crowd affected their performance down the stretch.
The Lakers with the ball. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. There's a good screen. Passes it to Ohio. 5 to shoot. Can't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Williams dishes to Barnes. Kicks it to Powell. Collins grabs the miss.
Outstanding defense. No one wants to get in front of that guy when he's around the rim, but he did a great job there.
Silk passes to Ohio. Here's Silk. He feeds it to Collins. And the wing jumper offline.
Ooh, he was open there, guys. I'm sure he's kicking himself that he didn't capitalize.
On the wing, Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Mejri And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And so many former players do go into broadcasting after their playing days. And Doris, when did you know that was a possibility for you?
Oh, I fell into this business, Kevin. Make no mistake, because I'll tell you, I had it all going on in college. Bad hair, bad clothes, bad teeth, you name it. Only thing I cared about in college was whether my jumper could match my dribble drive.
But you've made the great transformation.
I'll tell you, I fell into it. I left coaching at Providence, and they put their games on radio and said, hey, why don't you give this a try? And little by little, sure, a little bit here, a little bit there, and next thing you know, I'm calling NBA games.
And we know coaches are so prepared. It comes out in your broadcast, too. I'm sure you have the same mindset toward broadcast that you did coaching.
Well, I think, if you're going to have any kind of success in life, it's about how much are you willing to pour into what you do. And because the game has always meant so much to me, you know how it is. We don't consider what we do work.
Right.
Preparation is fun. Watching games is fun. Calling games is fun.
Well, it comes out in your broadcast. And the Lakers have possession, leading by 5. Ohione, he's guarded by Williams. Out left to the wing. Here's Ohione. The shot, no good. Good D by Barnes. Outside Williams. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Deron Williams, once in the conversation for the best point guards in the NBA. Doris, unfortunately, injuries have been a constant concern with him.
Yeah, he's lost some of that quickness that made that crossover so deadly.
2 shots.
And he doesn't live in the lane punishing people with his frame like he did early, but he's still a master in the pick and roll. And when he's right, he can contribute at a very high level.
And that one misses.
Such a tremendous free throw shooter for his career. Fouling Deron Williams is a terrible idea.
Good on the second free throw.
And the thing about Laker fans, they've always been used to their team being the favorite to win most nights. Lately, though, it's more about the excitement that their young players bring to the game and hopefully the bright future ahead.
Barnes, right side. A floater, rebounded by the Lakers.
I'll tell you, they're fighting the good fight, but he's not helping a difficult situation by missing this way.
Mejri with the rebound. And thinking about the element of excitement that the Lakers bring, it's about watching their tremendous athletes who also happen to have a lot of skill, too.
It's a different kind of showtime for the Lakers. It's the joy of watching the young guys grow up and the pain of seeing them make mistakes. One thing we can say about Tinseltown, though, it's never boring.
No. The Lakers with the ball after Devin Harris's score. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Sonakitsi, nailed from three-point land. And the Lakers lead by 7. And here is Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
And when you look at the number of assists he had, you can tell how cognizant he was of wanting to involve his guys throughout the game.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
This is a savvy group. They know when to body up and play physical and when to back off.
Deron Williams out there with Devin Harris. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Hammonds in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Lakers leading by 5. Russell with it. This one for 3. Powell pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Hammonds. Harris outside. Outside Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing.
They're trying to cut this lead, but he's shooting them right out of it.
Outside Russell. Pass to Hassel. Lakers working the ball around now. Sonakidze. He's covered by Matthews. Again, Russell missing. Mavericks trailed by 5. Outside Williams. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. The feed now to Matthews. Here's Harris. Misses the 3. Los Angeles leading by 5. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's a reason Dirk Nowitzki is still going strong as he closes in on 40 years of age. He said the summers are a beast. Get up in the morning, leave the kids, and go work out like a maniac. But I feel good, trying to find a good mix where I stay in shape, but I don't overwork. I'll try anything at this point and see if it works. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A., a true professional. Here's Matthews. Rebounded by the Lakers. They've led by as many as 11 points. The dish to Russell. The pass to Hassel. Outside, Russell fires the 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
He got himself into space behind the arc, and the D never picked him back up. Boy, you can't lose him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the Mavericks call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pass to Hammonds. Looks for Nowitzki, gets it to him. On target from 13 feet. Nowitzki's got 6.
A beautiful touch from Dirk Nowitzki. So confident in that mid-range.
Passes it to the Prophet. Down low, it's tipped and stolen by Darren Williams. For 3, the Lakers with the rebound. The Prophet's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside, Russell. Here's Redding, guarded by Barea. It's Ingram atop the key. From deep. The shot off that time, and it's Dallas the other way. Barea kicks to Williams. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Tries to keep it alive. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, Nowitzki's such a quality interior scorer, just working his magic on anyone who tries to stop him.
The Prophet passes to Hassel. And there's the pass to the Prophet. Dishes it to Ingram. 6 to shoot. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
There's a screen by Williams. Matthews, no one around him. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist.
I love seeing Wes Matthews pull it from deep. When he's got his feet under him, you know it's going in.
There's a screen. Russell passes to the Prophet. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, Doris always in the hot list of topics as teams each year try to increase their odds at winning a championship. What do you feel are the key ingredients for a championship caliber team?
talent, first and foremost.
Sure.
I mean, you think about some of the great stars who've won multiple championships. Bill Russell, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. One is talent. That's the first part. Coaching. I think coaching in the NBA is underrated. And then increasingly depth because, of course, over the years, the season has gotten longer. The playoffs have gotten longer. It takes more players to win in the NBA than it probably used to.
Is the feel in the locker room overrated? Is the cohesion, the culture, is that important on that list?
You know, it's a terrific question. I do think you can win without chemistry. I certainly think for us, you can feel it when a team is connected and when they enjoy playing with one another.
Like Golden State.
No question about it.
Williams against Mayo. Williams dishes to Barea. To the right side. Here's Nowitzki. The Lakers with the rebound. The captain's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Mavericks trailed by 11. Here's Hammonds. The quick look, no good that time.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Ingram wide open. That three off the mark. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Pass to Hammonds. Russell against Barea to the paint. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And in the past few years, Doris, the league has looked to provide more transparency on officiating. This is an interesting topic. Do you feel that's a move in the right direction, the transparency?
Well, from a fan's perspective, certainly, because you want to make sure that what you're watching is legitimate. You want to know that, okay, you know, they might have missed this call or that call, and that's the human aspect that you can't fix. I do understand the players' and coaches' perspective that it's frustrating to them because it never changes the outcome. So from their perspective, they're sitting there saying, don't tell me that. I don't need to know. I already knew. You don't have to confirm my feeling. But from a fan perspective, I would want that kind of transparency.
Does it undercut, though, the view that we as fans have of the officials? And they say some games, last 2 minutes, may have 9 things that were wrong. And now you're wondering, why are these guys even out there officiating when there were 9 things wrong in the final 2 minutes?
And because you cover college basketball, you know as difficult as this has been for NBA officials because they have been under the glare in the microscope. And I do wonder if that's contributed to sort of a snowball effect. You know the officiating at the NBA level is the best in the world.
It is. Mavericks trail by 12. Pass to Hammonds. He kicks to Nowitzki. Tries from 10, and he hits the jump shot. Nowitzki's got 10 points in the game.
You know, completely in rhythm. He's been deadly from a number of spots, but too many of their guys aren't playing well enough.
Here's Ingram, and the shot goes in. And the Lakers lead by 12.
You know, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
Now here's Matthews. Not a lot of room. And Nowitzki with the stuff.
Yeah, does it again. Dirk teaching a class tonight on the art of scoring.
Lakers leading by 10. Passes it to Hassel. He dishes it to Mayo. Kicks to Ingram. Lets the three fly. They get it again. Here's the Prophet. And he makes that one. The Prophet's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wesley Matthews on the wing. The pass to Hammonds. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Measury, he's checked in for Hammonds. And it's Barnes in for Wesley Matthews. Here's Williams. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Here's Ohio. Mejri with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 12. Barea kicks to Williams. They set the screen. Nowitzki sets a screen for Williams. And here's Barnes for three. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. That's 10 points for Barnes.
Yeah, just great instincts. That's a money pass by D. Will.
And Doris, the Mavericks, such an energetic organization. They leave no stone unturned. And you look at the fan experience here at the American Airlines Center. It's second to none.
I agree, Kevin. They've made it their mission to engage the fans at all times. And ownership saying they want it to feel like a great wedding, just a celebration. You hear a lot of teams talk about smartphone integration, this and that. They don't want people looking at their devices. They want them looking up.
Here's Barnes. Again, the Mavericks score.
What a difference in the second quarter. His shooting, much more confidence, much more accuracy.
Ohione, guarded by Barea. The feed to Mayo from past the arc. Mayo missing again. Mavericks trail by 9. Williams inside. Excellent D there for Mayo.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Come get it.
6 on the shot clock. Ingram at the elbow. Here's the Prophet. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And this is what happens when you are having a tremendous offensive game. They are getting great looks and knocking down shots all over the floor. I don't think we're going to see them deviate from this approach from here on out. They've got the recipe for success.
First one falls for him.
And the Mavericks, in a lot of ways, a trend-setting organization, right? Active and passionate ownership. They've been at the forefront of the advanced stats movement as well.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Harris comes in for Williams. Silks checked in for the Lakers. Both good from the line that time. And speaking of the Mavericks' advanced approach, for these new owner and tech backgrounds, that's really a natural progression, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, they understand the power of computing and technology to change for the better. And you run down the list, player motion tracking, measuring players' athletics metrics. The Mavs have these computerized balance boards I saw that measure how steady players are on one leg. And apparently, Nowitzki has the best balance on the team.
Harris outside. Tries a three. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got 5.
And how about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Boy, this feels like a developing game of one-upsmanship. Love to see teams try to outdo each other like this.
It's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Mejri. Ingram with the steal. Pass to the Prophet. The dish to Collins. Here's the Prophet. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Collins, good.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Barea kicks to Harris. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. And it's Ingram with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The shot's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Mavericks trail by 17. Barea, the pass to Harris. Back to Barea. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Powell with it. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The three from Barnes, nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Dallas. There's a screen. Here's Ingram. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening.
And so that's the end of the first half. Lakers lead by 14.
It was all about the Lakers as the game got going. A smoldering performance for them early as they shut down everything defensively and were clicking on offense, going 10-0 to start. Things started to even out as the quarter progressed as their lead was cut to just one by the end of the first. Moving through quarter number 2, their focus was razor sharp, and the points came with it. They also made some excellent defensive stops and are clearly in control of this one, up by 14. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
Mavericks trail by 14, so the Lakers 5 right now. The captain out there with Ingram. Then it's Russell. Then it's Mayo. And it's the Prophet in at the center position. Barnes dishes to Barea. 6 to shoot. Unloads. And that one is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
There's Russell with the three, and the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his third rebound tonight. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The Mavericks have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. And he makes the first. That one misses. Lakers leading by 13. Mayo with it. Matthews covering. Russell kicks to Ingram. Back to Russell. Passes it to the Prophet. To the right side. Three-pointer. Again, Russell missing.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there. Well, Dirk Nowitzki's childhood coach and shot doctor, Holger Gershwinder, has some quirky methods. He used to make Dirk do the split, walk on his hands, play chess, and learn musical instruments, like something you might see in a karate movie. It all came together, though.
That free throw good from Barea. Well, we all know that Nowitzki's training methods are incredibly intense, and I don't think a lot of guys are going to follow in the footsteps. It requires a lot of time, a lot of attention, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the other part of that is his training methods are unorthodox. They work a lot on footwork and balance and sort of offhand shooting. But let's remember this. We're talking about one of the all-time great scorers who can shoot with either hand, and that jumper is pure.
And J.J. Barea out of Puerto Rico. I said it's 6 foot. Doris, are you buying that?
Well, Kevin, maybe with his shoes on, but even then, he's probably an inch shy. But listen, Barea uses his quickness and mobility to his advantage, and he's always looking to attack the defense off the pick and roll. Tough guy to contain.
Russell kicks to Ingram. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And that's 12 points for Brandon Ingram.
And you gotta respect the level of concentration Ingram maintains at all times. Doesn't matter if he's wide open or pressured. This guy is a lights-out performer.
Here's Barnes. The Lakers with the rebound.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Shot by Mayo is no good.
Sluggish 1-for-4 start in the third period.
Stripped it away. Moving it up. And it's denied.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Matthews passes to Barea. Nice D from Russell.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
That's your home. That's the area you simply have to protect.
And there's the pass to the Prophet. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 on the shot clock. From the stripe, 2 points. That one goes.
Timeout.
The Prophet's got 12.
You know, probably could have set that screen with a little more force, but it got him just enough room to be able to finish.
Deron Williams is checked in for Dallas. And the Lakers making a change here. So it's the Mavericks now. They trail by 16. And Matthews kicks to Nowitzki. Over in the corner, Barnes. Dallas, no good that time either.
Rough start to the third quarter. 4 attempts, no makes.
And here's Mayo from beyond the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
It looked like they were willing to give him that three-point shot, and he doesn't blink. Drills it right in their eye.
Outside Williams. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, not a coincidence that when Deron Williams puts it on the deck, something good happens. That time draws the foul.
The Mavericks have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Dolman, and you can count it, he'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
You know, because of that, they've completely taken the air out of this building. They have done everything necessary to silence this crowd.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. Mavericks trail by 20. Barnes, right side. Back to Williams. Pass to Hammonds. Barnes, right side. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Hammonds. There's a screen by Williams. Feeds to Nowitzki. Barnes outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3. Lakers leading by 20. Outside, Russell. And it's off the back rim, no good. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now Williams, Nowitzki a screen. Off the pick. Rebounded by Hassel. The captain's got 7 rebounds in the game. Dishes it to Russell. Here's Redding. Kicks to Russell. Passes it to Hassel. His first shot coming late. No good that time. Good D by Matthews. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nowitzki, that's for 2. That doesn't go either for Nowitzki.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Dolman. Here's Hassel. The Mavericks pull it in. Hammond's got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams against Russell. Outside Williams. Shot to end this cold run. That shot missing. Lakers leading by 20. Here's Redding. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Redding. And the layup is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And there's the feed to Williams. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. We take a second here to take a look at the shot chart.
Well, I think a big issue for him right now is his performance from the mid-range. Nothing seems easy for him at the moment, and it's resulted in a lot of missed opportunities for himself and his team when he's taking that shot.
Here's Russell. They set the pick. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
And he's kept his percentage at a decent level, right around 74.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. On the Mavericks with some changes. Measury, he's checked in for Hammonds. Powell comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Harris subbed in for Wesley Matthews. Silks checked in for the Lakers. And he sinks the second. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now here is Harris. 5 points in the game. To the inside. Williams against Russell. The pass to Sonikidze. Here's Silk. Screened by Russell. Pass to Hassel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Offline with his 3.
You can see it. His timing, his touch, everything just a shade off tonight.
On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Russell. Yep, that one goes. Williams has got 5 points so far.
This is one of the more physically imposing point guards in the game. Darren Williams finishes through contact.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. And guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you. And that one misses. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Powell, and good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length. Well, the former 5th overall pick out of Wisconsin back in 2004, Devin Harris, still effective as a slashing combo guard.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And Harris, not much of a shooter. He's best, Doris, attacking the rim.
Yeah, Kev, I think we're talking about a long-limbed and athletic guy. And defensively, he can guard point guards and 2 guards. Good pickpocket as well. A lot to like here.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Left side, Williams launches it, drills it from outside. Williams has got 8 points.
I tell you, when healthy, Darren Williams is very efficient with the 3 ball.
Silk passes to Russell. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And here is Williams. He's got 8. Fires from 18. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Williams has got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Hessel. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And the free throw, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Williams kicks to Barnes. Back to Williams. Rebound the Lakers. Russell's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Cobb, and it's blocked. Harris with it. He has 5. 17-foot shot on the way. Powell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Boy, Powell is proving to be a handful inside. Does a good job utilizing his long arms to get the call.
And another young Canadian making a name for himself, Dwight Powell, the 45th pick in the 2014 draft. He played at Stanford and showing that he's, Doris, a player to watch.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, basically a throw-in that Rajon Rondo trade, but the 6'11" athletic big man has some shooting touch, and he just needs to fill out that frame so that he can absorb an 82-game schedule in the NBA.
The Profits checked in for Los Angeles. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Russell against Williams. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Lakers ball. And the Mavericks making a change here. Boreas checked in. To the paint. Here's the Prophet. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
There's the pick. Powell kicks to measuring. Here's Harris. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Hassel's shot's good.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Too many. Simple as that. Their defensive weaknesses are being exposed right now.
Harris outside. Nobody near Barnes. A three-pointer is right on target. Barnes has got 19 points.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Out left to the wing. Pass to the Prophet. There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. 4 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Russell. Misses off the left iron.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
And Berea has it in the corner. Here's Mejri. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Barnes left side. And stolen by Russell. Here's Collins. But they get it back. Passes to Hassel. Back to Russell. The Lakers working the ball around now. And the pass to the Prophet. Second shot opportunity. They shoot again. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Matthews, he's checked in for Harris. Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Mayo comes in for D'Angelo Russell. .30 seconds left to play in the third. Now Matthews. He's got 5. He feeds it to Powell. Now here's Berea. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. It's stolen by Mayo. Down low. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Silk's got his second bucket of the game to go. Berea. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. They've got Curry. Anderson is out there with Quincy Ace. And it's Mejri in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
I thought he had it for a second. Barely bounced off his fingertips.
They set the pick. Pass to Ohio. Well, the league is always looking, Doris, into every possible angle to make precise calls, to give it more precision, more efficiency, more validity. What do you think about some automated assistance for officials?
You know, I'm not sure about this one. What I would say is when we go to the replay center, if it's sort of a small call out of bounds at the end of game, whatever the case may be, I would like to see those officials back in the replay center make that call, communicate it, and let's move on. I think the pace of play would be helped.
They've almost perfected, though, the time it takes to put it up in front of the officials at the game And the view from the center in Secaucus.
They've done a really good job. And again, a case in point where the NBA is proactive trying to improve the game.
Yeah, it's the best of all professional leagues, I think.
No question.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Just 5 on the clock. From past the arc. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Confidence, he's lacking poise, he's forcing things that aren't there, he's just taking shots out of rhythm.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And he knocks down the first one. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Hammonds, he's checked in for Mejri. Nowitzki comes in for Quincy Acey. Wesley Matthews checked in for Justin Anderson. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Curry. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Lakers leading by 19. In the corner, Mayo with it. Pass to Hassel from downtown. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
That simply can't happen at any time, never mind when you're trailing by a wide margin. They need to shore up their defense, and quickly.
And that's going to be a travel.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Dallas. And as a point guard, you ran a lot of pick and rolls. Its screen roll play is the very basis of offensive basketball. Just how much nuance do you think is involved? And I know, but I want to hear you. A successful pick and roll and pick and pop game.
Okay, so this just to give you some context on how involved the pick and roll is. Jeff Van Gundy has 300 pages of how on both sides of the ball you effectively run the pick and roll.
Got to be kidding.
300 pages in his coaching book on how to deal with the pick and roll.
And how about pick and roll defense?
Oh, I mean,
about the same equal number of pages,
and
right?
I'll tell you this, this is why the Chris Pauls of the world are so highly valued, because it doesn't matter what scheme you throw at Chris. He comes off that pick and his eyes are up and he's surveying, and in the most split-second fashion, running through a series of reads and making the right decision every time.
So here's the most basic play in basketball, yet if you go a layer deeper, it's maybe the most complex play in basketball. How to play it, how to defend it.
I'll tell you, they say the best things in life are the simple things in life.
Mm-hmm.
Pick and roll is the NBA at its absolute definition.
Los Angeles leading by 22. Mayo kicks to Ingram, takes a 3. The Lakers rebound. That one doesn't go. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Williams against Mayo. Matthews sets a screen for Williams. Barnes outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Releases. Kept alive. Goes back up. Williams against Mayo. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And 12 points for Williams.
Since halftime, he's finally started to shoot with confidence.
Now here's Ingram, covered by Barnes. Passes it to Hassel. And it's off from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 20. Outside Williams. He kicks to Barnes. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Ingram. Doris, you were a point guard. You put so much strain on your body with the quick cuts on both ends of the floor. It takes its toll. Is there a reason why so many point guards have had to fight injuries their entire career?
You know, I've heard these questions before about anatomically, is the way a player like Derrick Rose or Russell Westbrook, the way they play with the
torque. How about the torque?
The torque that's built up and the change of directions or the ferocity of attack, the lift Russell Westbrook gets. I don't know the answer. I think that there would have to be science to support that argument.
Now, you've got two bad knees, though, too, so
That's
you can
true.
probably speak to it pretty well.
I don't think there's an athlete in the world who doesn't have aches and pains once their career is over.
Barnes hits them both. The Lakers with the ball. It's an 18-point game. Russell kicks to Ingram. Lakers passing it around. Castle, the pass to the Prophet. There's the three. And it's Ingram missing. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 13-5 run here. Shoots from 12. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
There's the pass to the Prophet. He dishes it to Russell. Baseline J on the way. Mayo, that's good. And the Lakers lead by 18.
That's a perfect mid-range jumper. All he needs is an inch of space, and they gave it to him.
Here's the screen. Now the dish to Nowitzki. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Nowitzki's got 4 points in the quarter.
Always the size advantage. The great timing as well from Dirk Nowitzki.
And it's denied. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's the Prophet. Feeds it to Ingram. Barnes grabs the miss.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Dishes it to Matthews. To the middle. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And Nowitzki is still elite offensively. Defensively, Doris, how's he holding up?
Well, he was never the most athletic guy, that's for sure, and he certainly lost some mobility. But this guy is a smart team defender, and the Mavs will do as much as possible to mask any weaknesses he has so that they can get what they need on the offensive end.
No good on the free throw.
Such a tremendous free throw shooter for his career. 9 times out of 10, Dirk's going to drain it.
Good on the second free throw. Lakers leading by 15. And here is Ingram. Pass to the Prophet. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Matthews, a screen on Mayo. Nowitzki, a screen. To the middle. Here's Matthews. And it's Matthews with the jam.
Is there anything D. Will can't see and deliver on?
Picked off in midair. Barnes outside. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Guys, I think he just lost track of his position.
Lakers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Outside Mayo. Inside, here's the Prophet. That shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Mayo. Screened by Russell. Clock at 4. From 12 feet out. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. The captain's got 15 points here in the second half.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. That one is off. And he's good on the second. Los Angeles leading by 12. Passes to the Prophet. 9 feet out. He gets that one. And that's 19 points for D'Angelo Russell.
You know, the accuracy on that assist was perfect. He hit him in the dead run, exactly where it needed to be.
Williams kicks to Barnes. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Yoo-hoo! Skip that bounce pass into the perfect spot for the assist.
Lakers shooting an appalling 26% in the fourth quarter. Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him. They set the screen. And here's Mayo from the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Gets it down to single digits. That's 28 points for Barnes.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Outside Russell. Looking to get back on track here. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
You know, clearly out of rhythm. He's pressing the issue right now. I'd like to see him get his teammates involved.
And that one's good, Hammonds. Los Angeles leading by 7. Outside Mayo. Kicks it to Ingram. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. They grab their own miss.
You have to love that effort, getting after the basketball, fighting for a possession.
Barnes kicks to Williams. There's the pick. Nowitzki, that's for 2. Rebounded by the Lakers. The Prophets got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Mayo, down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Boy, worked out well for them that time. Always love to get the ball inside and cash in from close range.
Nowitzki outside, shoots it up. And that one goes long.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Pass to Hassel. Lakers working the ball around now. Takes a 3. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Russell. And that's 15 points for Brandon Ingram. Mavericks trail by 12. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Nowitzki outside. Fires from the line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% from the field.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Lakers.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
and they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play. And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for the captain. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
And there's the pass to Ohio. Pass to Cobb. But they recover it.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Pass to Ohio. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
The captain.
Losing streak ended tonight thanks to his strong effort. I thought he got a little frustrated seeing those losses pile up. And instead of waiting for someone else to put a stop to it, he said, you know what? I'm going to take care of this problem myself. That's showing some leadership, Ernie.
I love the way how he was calling for the ball tonight. You could tell he was really feeling it. He started to score in a variety of ways, and he would not let the defense understand how to get to him.